Day. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards. Being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Here's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. And how might this have playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. They're going to look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown. DJ Chark with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big first-quarter lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, he'll find Williams on the slant. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. touchdown.
Pass complete to number 16, Tyrell Williams.
His 5th touchdown now
Buffalo.
on the year.
Dustin
and the Bills are an
Hopkins
extra
on for
point
the
away
extra
from
point.
tying the football game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how
7.
quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And a decent return out to the...
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown, Jets.
A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might... Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sam Darnold sacked. A loss of 4 yards.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. To try again after the sack. Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
A fumble on the
Holding
play.
on to the football, becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we used to talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
TJ Yeldon, the ball carrier.
The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now on 2nd and 13, Darnold. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Chase Young in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
The quarterback sack. Fumble on the
I
play.
think they have to make some decisions here.
By the
That's his
defense.
2nd fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The offense trots back onto the field, and we shine our Madden spotlight on Sam Darnold. What can they do now trying to make sure this highlight montage? The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
TJ Yeldon, the
worse
ball
than
carrier.
others. You can have an empty possession,
Chase
pump
Young
the ball
on the
away,
tackle.
get yourself set to play defense.
loss of
But when you
2.
turn it over,
Brings up
it
second
changes
and
momentum.
12.
And when they take it
At the
downfield, punch it in
23-yard
on you,
line.
that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
Taken down and sacked.
And now 3 drives, 3
Recovered by the
fumbles.
defense.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball
Number
right now.
24, Nick Chubb,
Was it
the
3
ball carrier.
drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
Taken down at the
It's time to
14-yard
change your luck
line.
some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here.
Nick Chubb, the
A
ball carrier.
loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd
Andrew Van
down.
Ginkel.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of
Chubb
scrimmage.
on the carry.
He'll wind up losing
Grady Jarrett
3.
on the
And
stop.
now it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard
Sometimes you
loss
just
on
sit
the
back
play.
and marvel at what he can do
3rd and
defensively.
goal.
Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To the goal line, but it's
The
incomplete.
pass intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. He'll look to throw. That one complete to Hill. He'll be ridden out of bounds. Didn't even come close to sniffing the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. And the running lane's
TJ Yeldon,
non-existent
the
in this
ball carrier.
first half as they'll stop him
taken
behind
down
the line.
of
A yard in the wrong direction.
It's a
Makes
loss
3rd
of a
down
yard.
tougher. 3rd down and 9.
3rd down.
Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Michael Palardy now,
in
standing
punt
just
formation.
outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch taken back
Fair
near
catch
about the
made
35,
at the
36-yard
35-yard
line. So
The Jets take
possession
over
goes
first
over
and
here
10
on the punt.
at their
And the
own
Jets will take over
35-yard
1st
line.
and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see they're in 2nd place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. That's the important thing. They currently have the best record among the wild card contenders. but they want to make sure they finish this season strong.
And isn't that the case each and every year about one division that ends up being the top-loaded division? And unfortunately, this year, it's theirs. But you could spin it and say,
come on, dog!
They've been tested, and they've beaten a lot of good teams already. They will be prepared for the playoffs.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
25-yard line.
T.J. Yeldon working his way back out onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look at that. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
52's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. The throw taken in by Sims. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one.
For the extra point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be at practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And our attention turns now to T.J. Yeldon. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
Don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
T.J. Yeldon, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So touchdown, one interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. On second down, here's Yeldon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is really throwing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
An 8-yard
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
I'm going to come back to you.
On second down, Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
Darnold's
and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Sammy Watkins.
Trying to go back to Watkins. And it's third down.
It's third down. And 15.
Here's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Steven Sims. Incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Michael Palardy now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Sam Darnold heading back out. The focus of our... The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here I come.
Darnold now to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Complete to number 16,
Tyrell Williams. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills claw one back.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra
point. Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
14.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's in the second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyreek Hill with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
And the route is on here in this first half. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
3 down.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again.
A loss of 8 yards.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
The ball carrier.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Michael Palardy now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now,
this is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here.
First half. 70. Bills 14.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end ball got hit in Howard, and it was a 4-yard run, so the offense could go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down to 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They run. Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
No gain on the play.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking left side, and it's complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Complete.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one.
The extra point.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
14.
You know, the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 32 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, Darnold into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
You know what? Why don't you just start over?
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
If you know about the carport, the trapdoor's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say
T.J. Yeldon, the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown,
T.J. Yeldon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
At their own 1-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but and again it's Chubb. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Nick Chubb, the ball
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
By Marcus Davenport. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. Now Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
The handoff to Nick Chubb.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Chubb. And he'll have it field almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, 1st down. Now they'll... This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feel
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kick is good.
Extra point try good by
Makes the
Gano.
score
And the lead will
84.
swell by one more.
Bills 21. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat in the drive to get it to 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bills getting set to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34-yard line.
52, Mike, 52. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Now Darnold, open man here, Sims complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Gets a pick up of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
And Darnold going to keep this himself. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It
looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result. You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now on second and 13, Darnold. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But now it's third down, and that should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Covered by C.J. Henderson.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out.
That's the end
on
of the
this
third quarter
of play.
With the score,
back
Jets
now here
84,
on EA Sports.
Bills 21.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Bills 21.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. On the carry, it's Chubb. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
25-yard line.
Given 3 on first down, it'll set up a second and 7. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete.
The pass.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
The pass.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
We got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Down Bills.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. My 52.
Now it's Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw Darnold into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bills going to take over again on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. It's caught on the right side. Williams.
Pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. Past the 20. 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Darnold's pass complete
Steven
to
Sims. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills claw one back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
And he puts it through. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Mike 55! I got him! Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Darnold on first down. Ebron caught left side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Sims. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Darnold completes it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To number 43.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
Watch the run, watch the...
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
We played to
11 yards there, first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the shack back at the 16-yard line. Chase Young getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC.
And he's going to go down again.
Chase Young.
Chase Young in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Let's put him on the bus. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, Mike 55.
Darnold from the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
A loss of 7 yards.